Guys, welcome back. Today is like day 10 or 11 or 12, I'm not sure, but we're going back to chess. So, opponent's playing the caro d4, d5. So, he's got a few options here. Of course, knight c3 we take. I haven't actually reviewed this line in a while, so hopefully we get a good game here. I'm probably gonna lose if he knows his theory, because I don't really remember the theory here. Yeah, so we're playing this thing called the Tatakawa variation for in the Karakan. The idea is giving white the option to take on f6, where we'll double our pawns. We'll double f pawns, but actually it gives us a bit of safety, honestly, which is good for us. But the most critical way of playing is to take, and then play something like bishop d3 or bishop c4. Bishop c4, 92, something like that. I'm not too sure exactly the specific setup, but the idea is they want to castle queenside and attack us with like h4, g4. And for us, the idea is that it will just be pretty much an attacking game. Yeah, so this move is very playable, of course. I think we need to know our ideas here. We could just play e6. It's not okay, let's think about this logic. I can't remember the line already at this point, this retreat line. I know we don't want to put our bishop to g4, because you know this knight here makes it such that whenever he hits us with h3, we kind of have to drop back. So I think we got a few options here. I think we can play e6 straight away, locking our bishop in, which is quite sad. It's quite sad, but we get a very solid position. And we can play bishop e7 and play for c5. So that's one way of playing. The other way of playing would be like bishop g4, f3, bishop h5. Doesn't work. So I think bishop g4 is a bad move here. I think e6 might be the way to go. We could even go h5 straight away, trying to like target this knight. And I think that's a legitimate move, giving us the g4 square. But likewise, it gives the opponent the g5 square, because once you play h5, you no longer control g5. h4. c5 might be a move as well, but I'm hesitant to open up the center before I get my king castle. Maybe e6 is the most solid way to play, yeah? And then we can always put our bishop on b7. But maybe h5. I think it's either h5 or e6, yeah? h5 he has to respond. h5 makes a lot of sense, but where will my king go? I don't want to push my kingside pawns. I don't want to push my kingside pawns and... but maybe h5, h4, g6, and then bishop g7. Then we can play like a... Interesting. Maybe we can play like that, yeah? But h5, h4... And what does that accomplish for me? I don't know, I'm quite hesitant to play h5. It's possibly not that good. But e6 feels like a very... How do I put this? It feels like a very... scared move. Maybe I can go for g6. Bishop g7. And then maybe go for some c5. g6 I think maybe is fine. Let's try this setup. I think we can play this setup. But then he gets bishop g5, bishop g7, takes. I think this is fine. I think this makes sense. It says main line, so I think I'm not too unhappy. Yeah, so I was thinking of h5, but after h4, I felt like I was very weakened on the king side. And the other option was e6, but e6 just blocks my bishop in. Okay, I think now we want to maybe play h5. Okay, we'll only play h5 if he... I think we'll play h5 if he does some h4. I don't want to be the one to instigate. Okay. Okay, and now maybe we can play for like bishop g4. Takes h5. Might be a way to play. I don't want to give up the bishop pair so easily though. Yeah, but I think his pawn on here is pretty bad. His knight on g3 I think is not very good. So I'm just gonna castle. Then maybe we can play queen c7 trying to prepare c5. h4 I'm gonna play h5. Although there is some... There are some considerations to h5. h4 might be a very valid move. So I think my opponent might have h4. He might have bishop g5. Although I don't see why he would want to do that. I always have a check on a5 my queen, which is good for us. Yeah, and I think my goal now is to play b6 maybe, and then bishop b7. I can go for a double and caro. Or, I don't know, queen c7, I think it's fine. I do like queen c7 and then c5. I also do like getting just my bishop out to g4. Okay, I want to develop my... I think maybe knight a6 is the idea. He damages my pawns, but I do get the bishop pair. After he castles though, not very convincing, right? Nah, that's not very convincing. I don't like that. I don't like the double pawns. It could very well be a move, but I don't like it. Queen a5 he got before getting a tempo on us. Maybe we try to go for c5, yeah? Maybe queen c7 taking this diagonal away from the bishop. So you can't go bishop f4. And I like that my queen's eyeing the e5 square now. Like my options now, my goals now are to like try and carve out a stake in the center. Try to attack my opponent's pawn structure here. So I do have moves like I do want to try to get in maybe a c5. Okay, he goes for this. Going to play h5 myself. Then I have bishop g4, I thought. This could get very sharp at any moment. Yeah, but my bishop's gonna be a key defender of this position, I think. My bishop on c is gonna come in clutch. If I can trade off the knight on f3, maybe I can play e5, yeah? So now he's relinquished the g5 square. If he goes knight g5 straight away, I think I can play e5. And his king is out in the open, which is good for us. So he can't play knight g5, I think. I think he can't play knight g5. I could be very wrong. What else? He could maybe try simple, maybe bishop g5. I don't know. I'm gonna play bishop g4. Try to trade the knight on f3 away, and give him the bishop pair. But I want to get e5 in, and my pawns here is, you know, it's not bad. It kind of combats this bishop. Not the end of the world. Okay, so what ideas do we have? Rook e8 maybe. Bishop g4 I think is the main idea we have here. And then we can play knight d7, and then we can try to push e5. So a combination of bishop g4 followed by knight d7 and then e5. That's my goal right now, to try and first of all give him an isolated pawn, yeah? Isolated pawn would be nice. Isolated d pawn. Also would be nice is to, yeah, just get this e5 break in while my opponent's king is still out in the open here. He might be calculating some knight takes h5 maybe, but I can just recapture the pawn and I think I'm okay. Capture the pawn, I can play g4 if he goes f3, I don't know. Knight takes h5, pawn takes h5, he can play, I don't know, like knight e5 or knight g5, and then play bishop g4, f3, and then I drop back. Yeah, so I saw this. My idea was to go here, put a piece on so I can take and then play knight d7, yeah? Then I can put my knight to d7. Knight e5 is what I'm expecting. I'm gonna trade off the bishops. Then maybe I can go c5 straight away. I can allow bishop h6 actually, because I do get e5, I think. gonna allow bishop h6 because I wanna play e5. Yeah, but that's a bit too many bishop moves, right? Gonna strike in the center now. And we're doing pretty good, I think. Pretty happy with the position. We got our break. Can put a rook on the e file and the d file. Yeah, overall I think just pretty good. If knight takes, we can play knight takes d5. Bishop takes, we can take the knight. If pawn takes, we take the knight. Knight takes, we can take the queen, and that pins the bishop. He got f4. I can go queen e6 maybe. Maintaining the pin. He castles, and I can take on a2. Go rook e8. Rook e8 first, I think. Or maybe rook a to e8 instead of rook f to e8. No, I think rook f to e8 and then put my a rook on the d8 square would be best, I think. Oh, we joined the 15th of March. Pretty new account. Okay. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the way I play this position. I'm gonna have to check with Chessable what's the recommended opening against the Tartakower line, but they retreat with knight g3. Maybe you can try some knight g5 nonsense, yeah? Hmm. Yeah, I do want to play rook e8 really badly. Open up the e file by playing e takes d4. If he takes with the knight, I got c5. If my rook's on e8, and the pin is very strong. Overall, yeah, it's a really good position. I think you should just castle queenside here. I think that's probably the best way to play. Then maybe I'll play rook d8 first, before anything. Yeah, so rook d8, if he castles queenside, I think will be played. So that he can't take on e5, because I can take on e5 with the knight with discover attack on the queen. So setting up an X-ray, I think. If he castles queenside, I'm gonna play rook d8, setting up the X-ray. And if he tries some weird takes, I think I can always just take back with this knight first, protect this way, and then also opening up this diagonal for the queen. And then I follow that up with rook e8. I think that's my game plan here. Yeah, so overall, pretty happy with my play. Pretty happy with this level of play so far. Trying to maintain it. Yeah, so every day actually I've just been doing my openings. I know we shouldn't spend that much time on openings, but given I have to work on the weekdays, it's not so easy to like play games. I mean, you literally can't play games in a workplace unless you're the boss. In which case I'm not the boss. What? What's his idea? Okay, I can set up. I was gonna play rook d8 if he castles queenside, but in this case, I think I can just play rook d8 as well, right? Yeah, I'm gonna play rook d8 here. Unless there's a more crucial win, maybe some e5. No, e5 is bad because he can play knight g5. Yeah, play rook d8 here. I don't see. Try to push him on the clock a little bit. Okay, so sorry, I was looking at my chat messages. Okay, so he gets rid of the X-ray, setting up some interesting matters here. Not sure, but I think I can play just rook e8 and I'm happy. Yeah. Here I can. Ooh, I can just take with the bishop. Okay. And if here I take with the bishop, and if here I can take with check. And then open. Okay, I think rook e8 here. I don't think I'm missing anything. Yeah, so I take. Here I take. Rook e8, both rooks on the e file. Looks very good. So I can take on e2 if he moves his f knight. And I don't think he can move his g knight anywhere. And next move I'm gonna take on d4, yeah? Open up the e file and then my rook's coming in hot. Open up the diag for my queen. So this is my idea I'm gonna take. Open this up, open this up. Oof. And overall my position looks really good. Might even have some knight e4 after I take, forcing off this knight. But I don't want to force. This knight is very bad. I want to just leave it. And there's no tricks. Bishop here covers everything very nicely. Bishop here is a stellar piece. My bishop is better than his bishop for sure. Both knights are equal here, although I think I'm exerting a bit more pressure. I'm gonna take, and then. But takes he can take with the knight actually, a bit. But I'll take with this knight. If he takes with the knight, then yeah, I can get I don't know. It's easy to find moves when you're like completely dominating, but I'm not too sure where my opponent went wrong as well. I think it was the bishop g5 and then bishop h6 and then bishop takes g7. I think those 3 moves in a row are like really bad. Or like, yeah. Okay, I saw that. I think I do just want to open the E file now. I think my king is a lot safer. Okay, so maybe takes. Take with the knight. Maybe I can go knight d5. Trying to go knight f4. And if takes, we can still take. Only thing to be careful about is takes. I can take here. Yeah, here I think might be really good. Because I don't want to take and he takes the knight. And then, like, it's still winning, but he's gonna chop this off. Ah, but I can take it the rook first and take it the knight. I think I think e takes d4 is my option here. Is one option. Candidate move 1. Knight d5 is also possible. But opening the e file looks very principled for me. I just don't want to give him that at all. So my other option would then be here. And how does he stop my knight coming in? To f4. Yeah, how does he stop knight f4? I also maybe have some ideas of f6. Yeah, it looks good. Right? Take with the knight. I take with my knight. Takes the bishop. I take with my knight. There might be some. Check. Ooh, this is hard. There might be some knight takes h5 after I move my knight, actually. After he trades off the bishop and I move my knight, that's quite bad. So I think I'm gonna go for this one, yeah? I'm just gonna take. Very principled. Opening up lines. Then maybe I rook e5. Rook e5 after knight takes d4. Bishop takes g4. Rook takes g5. Pawn takes g5. Yeah, I think maybe I have some rook e8, rook e5, bishop takes, rook takes, pawn takes, knight takes. Looks good. e5, knight check, take, rook e5, check, take, rook e5, take, I take, e5, check, take, e5, check, take, e5, f4, take. And I can double on the e file, and this is crushing, I think. Probably has to go queen d7, queen d2, but that's just completely admitting he's lost, yeah? Yeah, and then I just go double my rooks and I pin the bishop. Then I got c5, kicking this knight out, and yeah, that doesn't look That doesn't look too good. Take, check here. I don't have mate. C5. C5 here. Very close to winning here, just gotta be precise a bit. Here I don't like takes, so here maybe. And then C5. But this is bad. C5 here. Queen B takes. It's pretty bad. Is there no knockout for me? Knight D5 now. Check. Knight D5, Queen G5. Knight E free check. King here, and then what? My guy here is finding some annoying ways to survive. I think maybe I have to play bishop e6. Although I feel like I should have something else in the position, right? C5 doesn't work to knight b5. I think I might have to play bishop e6. Or maybe I can sack. Sacking my knight, but I take. Is that necessary? Queen b6 takes. Can play knight takes. He takes, I check. I don't think it's necessary. I'm gonna drop back. Okay. Going to double. Check I can take with the pawn. And he got rid of his best piece, so should definitely be happy here. Check, I take with this. Then check, I can run my king. Yeah, now just a matter of cleaning up. How do I add a bit more pressure? Then he'll collapse. Just a bit more. He's so close to just like dying. Knight c5, f4. No, 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 no. Can just... It's not so easy. I'm gonna go here and here. My idea is to set up this triple stack. Yeah, over here. That's my idea. b5. Go c5 here. Knight d5. Okay. Try to put my knight on e3. Might have to trade now. Put my knight here and here. Okay, he hangs a knight, he hangs a bishop. So we're pretty happy. Let's just start grabbing pawns. Yeah, and I think he let go of the tension towards the end there, yeah? Let's defend. What? Gonna take. Got a pass pawn. Then no, I just gotta check and if he goes here, I can take. I can go here maybe. He takes and he's no longer in the square. You go here. Ah, maybe it's oh, he's not in the square, right? Oh, you can go here. Ah, I just blundered. I didn't have to do that. Oh my god. I'm still winning, but I think I can win these pawns. I just have to defend the knight. Oh my god, that was so bad. Yeah, I'm gonna go here and here. Try to create a pass pawn here. My knight can defend this, I think. What? Yeah, but oh, he's got check? Oh, this is so annoying. Check here. Okay, drop back. Still threatening this. Yeah, threatening this. Yeah, but this is winning, right? What? No way. Okay, I won the endgame, but that was... I had no reason to hang the knight there. This is completely winning. I can just go here. Here I can take. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna win this pawns. now I make a queen. Now I walk the king over, deliver checkmate. Wow! Won the endgame there, but really messed it up a bit. Yeah, 46-minute long game. We're gonna check the review. So if you guys want to watch, have the link to the analysis video in the description. Thank you guys for watching the game, and I hope you guys learned something. I'm gonna dive straight into the game review. See ya!